Good morning. Hello everyone. How you doing? We'll wait a second for everyone to hop on, but welcome to Monday Mindset. I hope that you can hear me. I got a new microphone, so we'll hope that this works today. But I'm really excited to talk to you. Today we're going to be talking about controlling your thoughts. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, who may not be in my program and are watching this after, watching the replay after, my name is Erin Hart. I'm a registered nurse health coach, and I help women with Christian values who are wanting to lose weight for the last time with a sugar and flour-free lifestyle. And in my program, it's called the Year of You. It is a year-long program to offer support and guidance and accountability so that you can find peace with your food and your body, freedom from cravings, and achieve extraordinary sustainable results with weight loss. My story is that I lost 125 pounds myself using this strategy. And today we're going to talk about the framework of success that I teach and one of the little elements that's part of that framework. So every Monday at 10 a.m., I go live in my private VIP Facebook group with my clients, and then it's recorded, and then I share this, I go ahead and share this video afterward on my YouTube channel. So anyway, just watch for that every Monday. We will be posting that for Monday Mindset. So the previous weeks we've been talking a lot about mindset, vision, having a clear vision of where you're going. It's so important to, like, you're driving down the road, you want to know exactly where you're going. If you're in the car and you don't have a destination, you're just going to drive around aimlessly and you're not going to get anywhere. So having a clear vision is so important. And I just encourage you to do that thought work and to just know what it is that you want. What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to be in a year? What do you want your life to look like? And it is so possible for you to create that for yourself. We also talked in the past weeks about discovering the deep reason why it's important for you to achieve that vision. You know, having a deep why, it will help you to blow past any obstacle that gets in your way or any excuse that your brain wants to tell you for why you should eat off of your plan. You know, so having a deep why really just helps you to have that inner fortitude and that resilience and grit to stay on your plan even when it's hard. And then we talked about failing forward this month. You know, that this year, as you're pursuing improving your health, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes, and it's okay. It's okay. I love the saying that we never lose. We either win or we learn. So, you know, that goes along with last week's topic, which was winning the day. So, you know, instead of focusing on the outcome and the big goal, which can be so overwhelming and paralyzing, all you need to do is win the day today. And as you consistently win the day and are consistent with those habits that you have, those 3 to 5 habits that you commit to do no matter what, and you win the day, that is how we transform our life. So how's it been going, guys? How's it going with your plan? I would love to hear. Feel free to write comments in the chat if you guys would like. And if you have questions or comments or challenges that you're facing, we can definitely address those in this Facebook Live as well. So you can come on Mondays at 10 a.m. with those challenges and you can share, and I can give you some coaching at the end of the call after we do that little bit of training today. So let's talk about the framework of success. So, you know, my experience, I lost 125 pounds, and I've kept it off. And that's why I'm a coach. I just feel so passionate about helping other people to achieve their health goals, because it has just completely changed my life. It's improved the quality of my life, and I just want that for you. I do. And I love you, and I just really care about you, and I believe that we all have purpose, and we're all on earth for a reason. And being in a healthy body will allow you to be able to have the energy and strength and help you to develop the discipline that you need to be able to fulfill whatever reason it is that you're here on earth. And, and also your dreams and your goals and what you want to achieve in your short and precious life. So that's why I'm a coach. I just want to help you to achieve that for yourself. Getting in a healthy sized body doesn't change your value. You are so valued and worthy, no matter what the number on the scale says, and no matter what size jeans you're in. It doesn't matter. You are a daughter of God, and I believe that we're all children of God, and that we have inherent worth and value, no matter what. But I do believe that being in a healthy sized body is going to improve the quality of your life, and that's what I want for you. So when I became a coach, I started to try to really reverse engineer my process and what helped me to achieve success in this lifestyle. And so I came up with the success framework, and many of you have heard it before. So it's just so simple, right? To achieve extraordinary success with any goal. This not only applies to our health goals, but it can apply to any goal that we have. It really comes down to, number one, mastering your mindset. We master our mindset by having a clear vision, by having a deep why, and controlling our thoughts, which we'll get into a little bit later. The second pillar in achieving extraordinary success is developing a winning strategy. So it's so important to have a winning strategy. The third pillar is to consistently execute your plan. So I think of it like a three-legged stool. So think of a stool with three legs. If you took away one of the legs, the stool would fall. So it's really the same with this framework. You need all three pillars to achieve success. Mastering your mindset, developing a winning strategy, and consistently executing your plan. Because if you have a clear vision and you have a strong mindset and you believe you can do it, and you're practicing controlling your thoughts, and you have a great strategy, but you're not executing your plan, you're not going to get any results, right? The same as if you have a really great strategy and you're consistently executing it, but you don't have a strong mindset, you're not going to stick with it, right? So if you have a great mindset and you're able to practice controlling your thoughts, having that clear vision, and you're consistently executing your plan, but your plan is flawed, and your strategy is flawed, again, you're not going to achieve results. So success really comes down to having all three. And if you are in your program and you are not seeing the results that you want, we have to kind of identify which area is the weak point: mindset, strategy, or execution. And if we can identify that, we can, then we can be able to address that and change. So today, that's the framework of success that I came up with, which is really the basis of everything that we talk about in our coaching program. And today, what I want to talk about specifically as part of that framework is the importance of controlling your thoughts. So this month, we've really been focusing, since it's the beginning of the year, just focusing on mindset. And I think it's so important to first master your mindset, even before you start, even before you have a strategy, even before you know how you're going to do it. Um, it's if you if you know where you want to go and you know why, that's the most important. But also part of mastering your mindset is really learning how to control our thoughts. Our brains want to block us from weight loss. Our brain, that's what it was designed to do, to protect us. And in caveman times, that really served us, right? To block us from weight loss. But nowadays, in this world of abundance that we live in, it doesn't really help us anymore to live our healthiest life. So we need to learn to control our thoughts and answer our brain. When our brain is telling us to eat off of our plan, or when our brain is giving us an excuse of why we shouldn't stick with this, or when we're starting to feel discouraged, go back and look at your thoughts. What are the thoughts that you're thinking that are making you feel that way? And and it really, your thoughts are so powerful. Your brain is so powerful. If you can get there first in your mind, you're halfway there. If you can learn to control your thoughts, you are going to have such better results long term. So what I want to just say about that is that losing weight is such a mental game. And because we have those thoughts to eat off of our plan, it's not that anything has gone wrong. Our brain is just doing its job. And you have a healthy, normal human brain, and that's what it's supposed to do. So, but we have to be the boss of our brain to be able to lose weight. So what we want to do when our brain offers us those thoughts that are negative and self-limiting or sabotaging, we really want to be aware of that it's not us, it's just that lower part of our brain, that primal, instinctual part of our brain. And so learning to, when you have and recognize a negative self-limiting thought, what you want to do is just notice it, separate yourself from it, that it's not really you, it's just your brain telling you that. And we want to swap it. So you can actually control your thoughts. You can, if you're having negative self-limiting thoughts or sabotaging thoughts, I want you to practice replacing every negative and self-limiting thought with 2 or 3 empowering thoughts that make you feel driven and proud and that you want to take action. Our thoughts determine how we feel. And the feeling, if you're thinking like, oh, this is so hard, or if you're thinking, oh, like I could never do this, I'm never going to get to my goal. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel discouraged and overwhelmed and frustrated, right? And how do you act when you're discouraged, overwhelmed, and frustrated? You act, you want to give up. You don't take action, right? You just, and what's the result if you don't take action is, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get to your goal. But if you can swap that, like saying, this is hard, but I am strong. This is hard, but I can do hard things, or, I got this, I'm trying to swap that and choosing more empowering thoughts. Like you notice the negative one and then you replace it with 2 empowering ones. Maybe you could say to yourself, every choice I make is changing the future. Something that's going to lead you to want to act and drive and take uncomfortable action, because it is uncomfortable to transform. So learning how to transform our way of thinking is how we can feel more powerful, more empowered. We can feel more hopeful. We can feel more driven and proud. So how do you act when you're driven and proud and hopeful, right? You stick to your plan. You stick to your plan and you take uncomfortable action. And what are the results that you get in your life when you take uncomfortable action is you are able to transform, right? You're able to create that life that you want. And you're going to have a much different result. But do you see how it all comes down to what you are thinking? So pay attention to your thoughts. Be really careful what thoughts you allow yourself to think. You can choose your thoughts. Just because you're thinking a thought, it doesn't mean that your thought is true. And a lot of times we fall into that trap of thinking that everything that we think is true. But just because you're thinking it doesn't mean that it's true. Sometimes we tell ourselves lies and stories that are not helpful, that are not serving us, and that are not true. So question your negative and self-limiting thoughts. Question them. Just, ask yourself, is this true? What are the consequences of thinking this thought? Is it helpful? And if the answer to those questions is no, it's not true, it's not helpful, if I keep thinking this way, I'm going to give up, right? Then we want to stop thinking that thought and choose to not think it anymore. Even if you believe it's true, but it's not helpful, you don't have to think it anymore. You can choose a different thought that's going to help you to get a different result. So, I love in the PDF workbook, there's the thought inventory tool. So the thought inventory tool, it just gives you that step-by-step guide to controlling your thoughts. So it's a great exercise where you can just kind of do a brain dump and write down all the thoughts that you're having, or just choose like your most self-limiting thoughts that you keep telling yourself. Write those down, question them, ask yourself if they're true, if it's helpful, what the consequences are of continuing to think the thought. And if it's not true or helpful, you replace it. You replace it with 2 or 3 empowering thoughts. And choose thoughts that make you feel like proud and driven and excited and motivated, right? Choose thoughts that make you feel powerful. But then, we may not be able to totally believe those new empowering thoughts, and that's okay. You don't have to totally believe it yet. And you need to really prove to yourself that those new empowering thoughts are actually the true thoughts. And so for each new thought that you create, I want you to find 2 or 3 ways, 2 or 3 pieces of evidence that your new thought is true. If you can do that, that is really how you can start to internalize and believe these new empowering thoughts. So this just takes practice. Learning to control your thoughts, it takes practice. I think of my little girls. I have 3 little girls, and 2 of them are in piano. And man, when they started, it was so hard for them, and they just would cry every time they'd have to practice. And but the way that you become a master at something is through practice. And now, like with consistent practice, they're starting to just really become good at it, and they're able to play these songs, and it's starting to be fun, and they're starting to see the fruit of their labor. And so it's the same with us. With we have to practice our thoughts. It's a skill that you can learn, like riding your bike, or learning an instrument. You have to practice and make mistakes to be able to get better. Like we said when we talked about failing forward, it's okay to make mistakes because that's how you learn. You never lose. You either win or you learn. And learning to control your thoughts is something that takes practice and time to develop that skill. Especially if you are a person who is constantly telling yourself, tearing yourself down, and you're constantly telling yourself lies, or you're telling yourself you're having thoughts of deprivation and stuff like that. Just try to replace those. And you may not be very good at it at first, but repetition is the key to mastery. So my challenge for you this week is to go through that thought inventory tool exercise. If you're not in my program and you don't have the PDF workbook, I just want to invite you to go in your journal and do a brain dump of all the thoughts that you're thinking. Try to notice the thoughts that you allow yourself to think during the week. Write them down. Which ones do you want to keep and which ones do you want to replace? Replace those negative, self-limiting thoughts with 2 or 3 positive, empowering thoughts that are going to help you to move forward, to take uncomfortable action. You can do it. Success in this lifestyle and in achieving big goals and dreams, it really comes down to mindset, strategy, and execution. Mastering your mindset, developing a winning strategy, and consistently executing your plan. That is how we transform. Transformation is uncomfortable, but it can also be so joyful and fun. And celebrate the discomfort. When it's hardest, it's working. That means that you're transforming. So embrace the suck, like they say in the Navy SEALs. Embrace the suck. You're doing great. And I know the weight loss phase is not always fun, but it can be if you choose to think it is. So watch your thoughts. Talk to you guys later. Bye.